When it comes to what type of flower to eat at for lunch, New Zealand's insect pollinators aren't picky. They can feed on almost any flower that will let them, and in New Zealand, that's most of them. Most of New Zealand's native flowers are open access. This means they're shaped so that pollinators can easily access their pollen and nectar. Because of this, New Zealand's pollinator system is considered pretty generalist. But what happens to that system if you introduce competition? Around 150 years ago, 5 species of social bees were introduced to New Zealand. These differ from our 28 native solitary bee species. They both like the same food, but social bees like to get up earlier in the day, they have longer tongues to access more food, can fly when it's cold, and they can communicate to their colonies where the best brunch spots are, meaning they get access to more food earlier and more frequently than our native solitary bees. It's assumed that generalized pollination systems aren't hugely affected by disturbances, like the introduction of social bees. But there's still concern about the impact of social bees on New Zealand flowers. We investigated this by traveling back in time, using herbarium specimens collected up to 150 years ago, measuring floral features of 3 open-access New Zealand native flowers to track any changes. We found no significant changes over the last 150 years, suggesting that it may take more than social bees to shake up New Zealand's all-inclusive pollinator system.